Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, a Madison County woman has been charged with neglect of the elderly. Tuskegee Airmen honored at the Madison County Library, and utility workers from across the U.S. are trying to help Kentucky recover from last week's power outages. But first, in our lead story of the day, it's a story we've been following here at WBON TV Live at 5 for a few days now. A teacher at Fairstown Middle School was arrested last Thursday, according to police reports. 39-year-old Christopher J. Workman allegedly had sexual relations with a minor under the age of 12 back in March of 2020. The police report further states that Workman was arrested earlier this month on the 2nd of March on charges of sodomy of a minor under the age of 12, which is a Class A felony. Workman was formerly a school bus driver before getting a teaching position at Fairstown Middle School. He has since been placed on an administrative leave from his position as the language arts teacher after his arrest last week. Workman is currently lodged in the Madison County Detention Center and scheduled to be back in court tomorrow. A call for a disoriented elderly woman last month by Richmond police has resulted in the arrest of a Madison County woman. On February the 27th of 2023, Richmond police were dispatched to the Laurel Street in Richmond for an elderly female who stated she became lost while walking her dog. The officer returned the elderly woman to her home and stated in the citation that the front door of the home appeared to be smeared with feces. When the officer tried to turn on the lights, he discovered there was no electricity in that home. The officer further observed that the home smelled of urine, feces, and spoiled food. The citations described a hoarder situation with little to no walkways to the kitchen piled with trash and spoiled food. The citation graphically describes filthy bathrooms and bedroom conditions. As a result, Amy Banks was arrested and taken into custody around 9 a.m. Monday morning. Richmond police have charged Banks with knowingly abusing, neglect of an adult by a person and endangering the welfare of a minor. Banks is a Richmond resident. She was lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. The citation states that although Banks received her mother's Social Security checks, she failed to provide appropriate care for her mother and two other minor children that were at the home. Well, the Madison County Public Library will dedicate a historical marker recognizing the 7 Tuskegee Airmen from Richmond who served during World War II. The monument, which will honor First Lieutenant Frank D. Walker, Tech Sergeant Donald Dillingham, Private First Class Robert Farrell, Sergeant John S. Harris, Private First Class Carolyn Runyon, First Lieutenant Eugene Runyon, and First Lieutenant William Walker will be placed close to the mural of Walker that was painted by Graham Allen outside the Richmond location. On Thursday, March 23rd at 3:30, there will be an unveiling followed by a reception and a showing of Red Tails. The Tuskegee Airmen were the first African military army or airmen unit in the United States. Well, utility workers and employees from 11 different states have reportedly joined forces to restore electricity throughout Kentucky. According to representative of the Kentucky Electric Cooperative, to assist teams have come from North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, and Virginia. According to officials, 475 employees have come from more than 60 sister cooperatives. In 117 counties, the co-ops reported more than 600 damaged utility poles and thousands of damaged or downed power lines. Kentucky State Police arrested 4 individuals on March the 1st after illegal drugs were discovered during a traffic stop. A KSP trooper with Post 9's Drug Interdiction Unit conducted a traffic stop in the Betsy Lane community after observing an equipment violation on a silver 2015 Kia Optima. While conducting a search of the vehicle and its occupants, quantities of suspected methamphetamine and heroin were seized. Additionally, drug paraphernalia and a sum of cash were seized seized. Jeremy Boyd, 39, of Banner, was arrested and lodged in the Floyd County Detention Center on charges of improper equipment, operating a vehicle with expired operator's license, trafficking a controlled substance methamphetamine, trafficking controlled substance heroin, possession of drug paraphernalia, and failure to produce insurance. James Huff, 56, of Pippa Passes, was arrested and lodged in the Floyd County Detention Center on trafficking charges for methamphetamine and heroin and possession of a drug paraphernalia. Shauna Huff, 44, of Pippa Passes, was also arrested, trafficking controlled substance heroin and methamphetamine. And Pamela Hall, 38, of Printer, was arrested and lodged in the Floyd County Detention Center on both heroin and methamphetamine charges. We'll have more on that story as more becomes available. Well, officials in Mercer County are still evaluating the damage done by the unprecedented windstorm on Friday. A park and a fire station both sustained damage from gusts of wind. According to reports, parts of the baseball facilities at Anderson Dean Community Park in Harrodsburg were severely damaged. Although Mercer County Station 12 is still standing, officials predict that it will need to be torn down and rebuilt. According to reports, once the roof was torn off by the wind, a portion of the building collapsed, with a portion of a room landing on top of one of those fire trucks. This fire station had just recently been renovated, but now will have to be completely rebuilt. The station serves as both a training center and a station. Although there were numerous power outages in Mercer County as well, as of this morning, just a small number of the customers there are still without power. Well, the Richmond Police Department are looking for your help. They have a stolen truck that they'd like you to help them find. Officers are looking for assistance in identifying the operator or owner of the truck regarding multiple theft complaints taken from all over the city. You can take a look at that truck up now on the screen. If you have any information regarding this vehicle, you can contact Officer Hedrick at jhedrick, Hetrick, at richmond.ky.us. You can also call dispatch. That's 859-624-4776. Again, this truck is wanted in regards to some thefts around the area. Take a good look there and let the Richmond Police Department know if you have seen it. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got weather, we've got sports, lots more news coming up right here live at 5.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Land Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Van Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. A cooler day out there today, but at least it's calm. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin. She's in the Weather Center. She's going to let us know what the rest of this week looks like. More storms, more rain, cooler, warmer. What do you got, Susie?
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. It's been a pretty dry, uneventful day. We have been tracking some cloud cover. It's certainly a lot chillier, though. We're noticing that temperature change as now we're tracking that colder air that's in place. And chillier but quiet conditions will continue for tonight. It's going to get below freezing, in fact, for the region. We've got shower threats ahead, turning breezy for our Friday as well. Now, focusing on tonight, the temperatures will be tumbling quickly as we do have mostly clear conditions. This will allow for those temperatures to really take a hit. And some of the coldest weather we've seen in quite some time, as we may even dip into those upper 20s for some of our locations. We do have cloudier conditions building back into the region into tomorrow, but as we see very limited showers in place. So threats for precipitation, not so much an issue up until we move into our Thursday night into Friday. This is when showers begin to build back in here due to a new disturbance pushing in. And it does look like a rainier, more breezy situation unfolds later this week. But until then, we're keeping things quiet. Irvine down to 30 degrees, 28 degrees here in Richmond. Certainly tracking some sub-freezing temperatures. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll be building into those 40s and 50s, so it's going to be a whole lot chillier around here versus the warmth that we had recently been experiencing. It's a big difference, right? We do have periods of cloudiness possible for the day tomorrow, but showers are going to be hard to come by. Again, we're bumping up our rain chances more so into our Thursday. Winds are coming out of the north and east. That's pumping in much colder air across the region, but it's not super windy at this point. High temperatures by Thursday, even recovering a little bit as we build into the 50s, but then we'll start to see some showers moving in. So rain threats into Thursday night and Friday, but we do clear back out just in time for the weekend. However, highs remain in the 40s and 50s with overnight lows mainly in the 30s in the coming days. Back to you,
Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a semi loaded with live chickens overturned on Highway 56 in Daviess County early Monday morning. The semi, according to police, was heading westbound when the wheels hit a small ditch and the semi flipped over on its side. The driver managed to get out of the wreckage and was transported to a nearby hospital, leaving police and first responders to corral those chickens. Portions of Highway 56 were closed for hours as officers gathered up all those escaped chickens. Well, there's a report out of Garrett County of a stolen truck. It looks like the Garrett County Sheriff's Office is looking for this truck. It's a 2014 F-250. The tag on that is Kentucky tag D7M356. And you can submit a tip about this via Messenger, or you can also call 859-792-3023. Again, that's a 2014 F-250 truck, and that is missing out of Garrett County. You can get a good look there at the truck that you're looking for. Well, Kentucky State Police Pikeville Post is conducting a death investigation after a male subject was pronounced deceased at the McDowell ARH on March 1st, 2023. Deputies with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office notified the Pikeville Post that they had been involved in a vehicle pursuit, which led to a foot pursuit, and then the arrest of Stephen Moore, 43 years old, of Eastern. The preliminary investigation indicates after Moore was taken into custody, he became unconscious and appeared to be suffering from a medical emergency. Deputies on scene administered first aid until emergency personnel could arrive. Moore was then transported to the McDowell ARH, where he was later pronounced deceased by the Floyd County Coroner's Office. Moore's body has been sent to the State Medical Examiner's Office for an autopsy. The ongoing investigation is being conducted by Sergeant Stephen Mounts. Sergeant Mounts was assisted on scene by Kentucky State Police Post 9 personnel. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got lots more news, and we've got sports with Dawson coming up right after this.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstillCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5. For those who missed it, Michael and Dawson crowned the Madison County Basketball All-Coverage Team last night. For a look at those winners and more sports headlines, here's WBON TV sports anchor Dawson Rule.
Yesterday, Michael and myself crowned the WBON All-County teams and MVP players for the season. Before we dive into anything else, though, I wanted to take some time to recognize these players and what they won. First, our MVPs of the year were Jalen Davis and Bailey Hensley for helping be experienced leaders all season long. The defensive players of the year were Braden Hudson and Abby Beard for playing lockdown defense on some great players from all around the state all year long. Now for the county teams position by position. For the guards, Cam Puckett, Zach Hudson, Hadley French, and Brittany Campbell were deemed winners this season for their excellent play. Our forward winners were Jay Rose, Kale Vickers, Robbie Todd, Natalia Strader, Sophie Brewer, and Bella Mobberly. These boys and girls had awesome seasons and were vital members to their team. While all players on each team are important, these players stood out all season long to Michael and myself. Congratulations again, and we did have to leave out so many good players off the list this time, which is no fun, because there were so many impressive basketball players all around the county this year. Congratulations to everybody, though. Now, for the sports show last night, there were discussions about the conclusion of basketball season, EKU sports, the upcoming softball and baseball seasons, and of course those county teams. I did want to highlight some moments, as always, from the show that featured many sports storylines. So here are some recaps from last night's sports show.
Late this afternoon coming in from Madison Southern that Bill Bevins is stepping down as the head basketball coach of the Eagles. I got the email from Jay Simmons. Nathan and I did put that out there on Facebook and Twitter. Bill Bevins only got that 1 year, and it's been his dream to be a head coach. Obviously, you enter a situation about a month right before the actual season begins, so not much time to prepare. Didn't have a chance to go through spring ball and summer ball and all that thing, or all that stuff. But a tough situation to enter to for Bevins. Real quick, let's talk about EKU basketball coming to an end. The Colonels losing the semifinals on the boys' side and the quarterfinals on the girls' side. But the future is so bright with EKU hoops.
I was just saying earlier in the sports segment, man, just don't let the transfer portal hit EKU hard. Nobody can leave. We need everyone to stay because both teams are on the verge, especially the men, on the verge of winning the ASUN. Because if I'm right, isn't Liberty leaving next year?
Pretty sure they're going to the Sun Belt, I think.
Then Kennesaw won it this year, but I don't know who they're bringing back. But EKU on the men's side at least bringing almost everybody. There was a good Rob, but he's been there a while.
And Rob's a really good defender. Woody a good energy guy. But you got some guys that aren't playing right now. There's two guys that have been practicing with the team, Owen Winnow, and there's the other guy as well that could be stepping right into those roles and be factors next season. I'm with you, though. Let's get everybody to stay and bring in some more freshmen because we got some guys. I mean, Robbie Todd's going to be there. Hopefully, JD might be there. Some other guys that might be stepping on the hardwood for EKU. And you got to think, Turner Buttrey more experience, Jackson Holt more experience, Isaiah Cozart another year. Go ahead and book him down as the ASUN Defensive Player of the Year. And Blanton. Let's keep Blanton as well. We got Moreno, we got Parker McKinney. We got to keep Blanton in a EKU uniform next season. We got baseball and softball coming up for you on Monday. Both Madison Central and Madison Southern baseball and softball will play on Monday, and both games are in Berea at Madison Southern. And our plan is to be able to do both games. Now, the way we're going to have to do this, Dawson, is Monday for the softball game. We'll be on top of the football press box, shooting kind of over the field. Now, normally, in a normal situation, we could kind of set up in a different spot and give you a better angle, but we got to have internet. There's only one hotspot that we're able to use, so we're going to do that with the baseball game because there's no way to get to the baseball field. So we'll get over there, we'll get everything set up, but the plan is to right now do both baseball and softball for you Monday at Madison Southern.
EKU men's basketball coach A.W. Hamilton was today named a finalist for the 2023 Skip Prosser Man of the Year Award. This award goes to someone in college basketball who has success on the court and also displays moral integrity off the court. Hamilton, off the court, has done many charitable projects, like helping flood victims in eastern Kentucky, being a speaker for fundraisers, and honoring Jared Chitwood, who is a former EKU ball boy passed away from cancer. Hamilton has a past with cancer, which he was able to beat. Coach is a great candidate for this award and hopefully will be able to win, as he is one of 25 candidates. EKU baseball and softball teams are both hosting giant games this week, so stay tuned to sports as I will preview both of these games more. A quick reminder that EKU is playing Cincinnati tomorrow in baseball, which will be beginning at 4 o'clock. This is a can't-miss game as last year, EKU beat another Cincinnati school, Xavier, in an exciting home game. That'll wrap up things today on sports. Thanks for tuning in all week, and remember those exciting storylines are coming, and some other sports are finally going to be getting the spotlight soon, including EKU beach volleyball. This is Dawson Rule with your local sports report.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news right here, live at 5 on WBON Channel 9.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel. Available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Michael Wilson, a former councilman for the Lexington's 1st District, was detained on Monday night and is now being charged with terroristic threatening and wanton endangerment. Wilson allegedly threatened to shoot a victim on Wilson Street, that's off Elm Tree Lane, close to East 3rd Street, and then fired 2 rounds at the victim's vicinity. From 1986 to 1993, Wilson was a counselor for the 1st District. He asked to represent himself during an arraignment, and the judge appointed him a co-counsel. Wilson has been told to avoid speaking to the victim. A $5,000 cash bond was imposed for him, and he will be back in court for the next scheduled appearing. That is going to be on March the 14th, just coming up here next week. Well, thanks so much for joining us here on Live at 5. We've got lots more weather, news, and sports. Stay up to date on our website, WBONTV.com, and lots of great programming right here on Channel 9. Stay tuned for Forensic Files. That'll be on at 6, along with a lot of great other stuff. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Live at 5.